So obviously one of the big questions that comes up with doing this type of work is how much is this going to cost me? And a lot of that really depends. So when we're looking at costs for a project, it can vary pretty greatly. It's kind of like building a house. Do you need a little shack built, or do you need a big mansion built, or want a big mansion built? And how much budget you have kind of dictates a lot of what we can do and how much you can get back out of it. For some of the smaller projects, really kind of entry level type of stuff, hey, we need some reporting out of an existing system, or we need a couple of fix-ups to things that are currently in place but not quite working the way we want them to, or minor integrations with other systems. Stuff like that, usually we're looking in the $3,000 to $5,000 range to really get started with anything. And we'll take a look at smaller projects, like if you need a simple mobile app built, or maybe you need a scheduling application, or you're a lawn care company and you want to track some equipment and maintenance records, something like that. For that type of stuff, we're typically looking in the $10,000 to $50,000 range, depending on what it is you're looking for. So with the medium-sized projects, we really start kind of getting really much more deeper into the business analysis end of things. So if you're a medical clinic or a legal firm or something like that with really kind of a specialized business use case, in order for us to do well with that, we really need to take a deep look at the business and how it operates, and that's really where the fun stuff, we think anyway, but the business analyst portion of it comes in for us to really be able to understand it before we start doing things. Those types of projects tend to run somewhere around the maybe $50,000 up to $150,000. For the projects that tend to be on the larger scale, full enterprise build-outs, where we have dozens and dozens of different applications and different departments all having to work together and communicate together, ERP systems, medical health record systems, EMR systems, stuff like those. So those are very kind of large and complex. They do a lot of different things. They handle a company from top to bottom in many cases. So those types of things that we're looking at, not only a lot of internal complexity to build it all together. In those types of cases, we also want to look at making sure everything is very robust. So if one system goes down for some reason, you have an IT snafu or something like that, we want to make sure that everything else can continue operating. So there's a lot of security that needs to be built in, a lot of robustness that needs to be built into the service availability, that type of stuff. For those larger projects, we're generally looking at the $250,000 or more range for that type of stuff. So that tends to be how we kind of categorize the size of the projects. We're either very minor, we've got a small project that doesn't need a whole lot of things built into it, or we've got a significant kind of medium-sized project, or we've got very large ones. That complexity is really where a lot of the cost gets driven from.